When the opportunity arose for me to have this exhibition on Park Avenue, I had just moved to a new studio, which took all of our finances. We had no money to produce the sculptures, so we entered into a sponsorship program. And what that allowed us to do was to have the cash flow in order to build the work. And based on the time frame, I thought we could execute 13 pieces. The city is incredibly dynamic. It's an organism that changes, evolves all the time. So what I was looking for were specific environments that I could do different things. I wanted to have the greatest diversity as possible. We started 51st Street at Bartholomew's Church up to the Armory on 67th. So their place was in there. So the 57th Street was important because there was a big open space. The Armory was important because of the conventions there, the residential areas, and also the financial district. I wanted to have just a different diversity of people.
All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to try up top here. We're going to try.
Some of the work is going to be in stainless steel, so it'll just be a play of light and shade on the stainless. Others are going to be weathering steel, so there'll be the play of the patinas. And some will be painted as well, either monochrome or polychrome. So each one is quite different one from the other. For instance, 57th Street, it's the broadest open intersection. There's much more space involved. So the pieces are vertical and are much more dynamic in order to hold the space. Up towards the residential areas, up near the Armory, the facades are very, very delicate, and therefore the pieces are kind of lighter and more airy. At this point in time, I just wanted the people to be able to see the spread of what the studio's been involved in. These pieces aren't necessarily site-specific, but having said that, I wanted to have a work there that would explore the sensibility of that site. So basically, the sculpture amplifies the space and the space amplifies the sculpture, so you create a synergy.
Yeah, get that welded, then I'm going to talk to Jeff.
There's different aspects of scale that come into play. One is the architectural scale. I mean, how does it relate to the buildings? How does it relate to the landscaping? And also the sense of traffic. When is something too big for the space? When is something too small for the space? Most of the pieces are about 20 foot. And by 20 foot, it gets above the vehicular traffic, above the pedestrians. But also what it gives you is a long sight view. So repeatedly, every couple of blocks, a piece will show itself. There'll be this continuity. It won't be an isolated experience. The majority of them are at the cross streets, where 61st crosses Park Avenue. The two sculptures gesture to one another, and they have these stylized kind of banner shapes. So it becomes like a ceremonial archway, and you come up to it, you pass through it. There's a sense of passage, there's a sense of place.
I'm going to heat this up and bend this out a little bit. And
after they're on Park Avenue, then they will go to their respective homes, basically. Two of them are going to universities. Other ones are going to city councils of various cities, and then other ones are going to people's own sculpture parks. So there will be basically an afterlife, as it were. It isn't just the physicality of the material, because with something of this magnitude is also all the subcontracting, the sandblasting, the painting, the shipping, the assemblage. It's much more than what we can just do in the studio. As far as a total package, it's been a magnitude that we haven't been involved in at all.